to another Witcher 3 Game of the Year edition video, and it will be specifically focused. Now there will be changes. First change, as my decision, I want to start a new game, but not the new game from scratch. I want to experience Blood and Wine content once again. The latest expansion was a miracle, heaven. When you ask me which one is your favorite, impossible to answer. The world of Witcher is so vast, it's so extraordinary, every character is special, every piece of land, point of interest, quest is that you can't say Blood and Wine is better than Hearts of Stone, or main game is better than Hearts of Stone. No, it does not work that way. You have to spend at least 100 hours in game to judge. But without further ado, let me start a new game. But first, okay, the most important is not yet. I have to load. I have to continue the main game and create a save. So I will be in Kaer Morhen and delete the previous one, and then I will once again test it. Yes, I will test it again, because I must be very careful not to save at all. I'm not going to save. I want to have 4 manual save. Each one will be focused. I have my primary walkthrough, then I have Hearts of Stone, Blood and Wine, and again a second playthrough. I want to experience the game from a different angle, yes. Okay, first thing, I will save game. I will do an empty slot. So that will be the game. Good. Now I can delete, so it does not. Hopefully, it won't be corrupted. So I need to be very careful. Good. Okay. I have manual save slot, and then the only way I'm not going to. It is. Where should you go? Now we are at Kaer Morhen, my primary walkthrough, and now I have to test it again to see it works correctly. If it works correctly, hopefully it will. We'll start a new game, Blood and Wine. I think it will probably. Blood and Wine is a separate adventure. I'm interested in how this works. So how does one start with expansion? Okay, it works. Right. Let's quit the main menu and start a new game. New game from Blood and Wine. Geralt suitable with just the story. Okay, now it'll be interesting to see what happens if you start with Blood and Wine. I don't know. It's a super that they allow players to skip. So you want to see the story faster. For example, if you wish to play again and to see Hearts of Stone only, you need to have at least 30 levels. Your character has to be so. Without spending dozens of hours in game, you can automatically skip to desired quests, desired expansion and content. This is great. Maybe they will give us, because Blood and Wine is separate adventure, it's not linked to anything. So I believe, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. I don't know what happens. Where do we? The Blood and Wine will start should start somewhere at the inn. There's an intro. They said that we'll get the sort of gear. The gear will be. The gear, there will be an automatic gear granted by the team. But I wonder where do you start? Interesting. Let's see. I'm intrigued. What do you? Oh, so you are. Welcome to the Hearts of Stone. You have unlocked the ability to start That's great. So you are what level are we? Rune Red, Evil Software. So that's great. I'm level 34. That still is not high enough. Level 34 isn't really not suitable for Blood and Wine expansion, but it's not that they are really generous. Kaer Morhen medium armor. I wouldn't say it's that. Oh, was bombs enhanced, but Dancing Star enhanced summon. Oh, well, it's fine, I guess. And what about the crafting and characters? No entries, bestiary, no entries, books, nothing, alchemy, oils, enhanced. Enhanced. Oh, well, they are generous. And 20,000. That's a huge amount of crowns for only starting. That's a massive amount. Wow. And also, it is very odd to see the unexplored map, unless you have something, but look at the contract, Ernest and Vine Boys, yeah. So, not only that I can start, actually, to be honest, I can go to Blood and Wine and Heart of Stone. I don't want to see. That's great. Speaking what to wait a second. There are 44 points available. Okay. That's good. And meditation, bestiary. Wow, that's very impressive. Notice board. Wow, look how many of them are. Quests. Envoys, Wine Boys. Look at the contract in Belen. That's what we need to go. Envoys and Wine Boys. Quests. There we go. And we are here. But there is a lot of entrance, both Temerian Partisan, because and what if I Skellige? Most of these, nothing is Skellige. Druids can't. Ruined in. Dush, Eel, Toussaint. Just fully unexplored. Yeah. That's it. Kaer Morhen. It's under question mark, yeah, because we haven't been there before. And what about other quests? Main quests. Look for the new contract. It's and I will play with God mode. It is all to also I love the default look for girl. Yeah. And what about the swords? Witcher steel sword, Witcher silver sword, bolts, food and drink, accelerate stamina. I could go with golden oil. I will be fighting vampires a lot, so vampires. Speaking of the oil, enhanced insectoid oil, enhanced hag venom would be better. Yeah, and I would rather go with piercing bolt, broadhead bolt, bleeding. But what's more? And I need to upgrade my character. Speaking of the character, no mutations, it's all without mutations. Not sure what to pick up. I'll focus purely on, again, plus 10% attack power. 10, 7. I want to go full melee. but also, I don't know, honestly. Crossbow, I will disregard ranged combat. Stamina regeneration, cat school techniques, I don't know. I have medium armor, I believe. This is a medium armor. Medium armor, yeah. It sees the sign intensity, medium armor is the sign intensity, yeah. What are these? Eye of Nechlani. But White Orchard. Ransacked Sawmill. Pearl Palace in Lena. It seems you can't do. What about? I wonder if main quests. Once you start Blood and Wine, you can't access to the real. It was a time to Geralt found a celebrity once. These are Hearts of Stone. Yeah, I want to focus purely on sword fight. Again, although a little mix won't hurt. Griffin. Each piece is in sign intensity. Increases critical hit damage by 25. Catch goal. Sooner or later I will switch. So yes. Mutagens. Sign intensity. Sun and stars. Nothing. Metabolic control is great. Focus, adrenaline increase, that's good. Battle frenzy, instead of previous battle increases critical hit chance. These three are common, I'd say. And less will be nothing more like combat. So light and hard attacks should be your base. Increase damage from your muscle memory beast plus strength training, yeah. These are your core abilities you need. You can disregard arrow deflection, lightning reflexes, adrenaline points, and again, undying, again not needed. You need precise blows, yeah. Precise blows should be acquired, and we'll put it here. Crushing blows, increases strong critical chance. These are your, again, essential abilities that must be maxed out. And then you got instantly when entering constantly blow. That one is Razor Focus. Razor Focus is great. And then you got 5. And we have very important one, that's the Rend. That one is super important. Plus you got Rill and Rend. And now you can either choose to have crippling strikes or Sunder Armor. And that I will, you can upgrade it. You will be a killing machine with all these added. Won't be necessary to have anything else. And now you can balance these two, but I would rather suggest going for Rend. Reduces enemy damage resistance. For example, these. You can go with Rend. We'll go Rend for 4 and crippling stats, so we can both. That's it, that's perfect. Great. You can go with these. And you are a crushing machine now. Ignore enemy damage resistance 25%. That's a massive amount. You have no idea how great it is to have such a huge damage increase. I'll be back shortly. I just have to order. Never mind. I told this is something else. Yeah, that's great. Gang saved. That's right. Envy's. That's right. Meet the Knights of Toussaint in Holloway. To behest of our merciful sovereign fil illustrious grace Anna Herinetta General terrible monsters be the decree of Toussaint beasts to created subjects serpents. And voice, one voice. And yeah. And once again we have our classic armor. That's the pit here. Very unpleasant place. These are bandits. Might want to test yourself, but these bandits will be under leveled. Those are wolves, I believe. We gotta meet knights. The ghouls. Level 2. These 3 and 2.
How you like that silver?
They are. Can you ride a horse? I wonder. You can't pick it up. These are. You can buy all of it, and this is possible. I'll be back to grab more. I'm back, and yeah, right. I just wanted to. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. Fine. Let me just see something regarding. Yeah. Okay. Good. Very good. Very good. Just fine. So, we need to meet the knights from Toussaint in Holloway. I can remember. I can recall the first generation. Certainly, what followed then. I will want to keep attention what I'm about to say.
We've not got no need for your help.
We not got no need.
No fear, good man.
Our labor
Our labours shall be done quickly.
The problems
Prowlers to be banished for good.
Milton, look.
Get out, friend.
Get out.
Get out.
In the flesh.
Hail, Witcher.
Let us
Let
go.
us go inside and greet you as befits an old friend.
Damn, they look.
Fear not.
No, fear
I'll
not.
put an end to the rule of outlaws soon.
Allow the manner they speak. It is fanatical. Take a look at the details in their armor. I was commenting that the same, exactly the same. I made a comment and
Found your
mentioned
message on a notice board.
You see, Pomeran?
The
I told
Griffin.
you. The Griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac Peyran and Palmerin de Longford. See you both.
these Knights of
Years.
Toussaint,
short, we share your joy.
very
You
short.
must forgive us, sire.
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison that left this land still is at the mercy of numerous plagues. A tyranny of bandits, the most onerous among them. These plunderers shall soon descend.
Take a
on
notice.
collect
Notice the beard details on the second,
We
the
are
bald
both
one.
sworn to fight
It's
for justice
unbelievable
and
how
oppression
realistic
wherever
it
they
is.
rear their
It's
heads.
even greater detail than
The matter
Geralt,
does
but
not
because he has
concern
a
you,
great
of course,
collar.
But do us the kindness of waiting. Once we have dealt with
We
these
have a
monsters,
matter to do.
we have a matter we must present to you.
Get rid of these.
No point fighting bandits. Kill these and up
To cast a blind eye upon
Yeah.
the evil.
Devil's
Can't
Run.
stay here to protect these folk from the dangers that come their way daily. Salt
Do you suggest that should we help, we assume responsibility?
Geralt speaks wisely. We know neither this land nor its peoples.
How I long to return.
Soon, my friend, soon. First, let us convey our missive to Geralt in the manner tradition
Good.
ordains.
As we skipped. Chin up, Pellerin. I'm all here.
Peasants will be fine, Palmerin. Been dealing with bandits for generations.
Your words do little to assuage my sense of morality.
I'm all
So
here.
fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition,
Is sacred in Toussaint. Right, fine.
most honorable Geralt.
Slayer.
of
They are so
monsters,
professional.
Evils nefarious.
With prey of
Prey
defenseless
on
of
the
this world.
defenseless of this
They are
world.
so
Thus
professional.
never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved.
Answer you now, present
Answer
sons.
now our present summons. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood and sows panic in the hearts of rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Witcher.
This humbly
Us humbly
beseeches.
beseeches you, the
beseeches you.
star-crossed city's most gracious
Verlies
protector,
Justus
Her
Highness,
illustrious
Duchess.
Highness, Duchess Anna Henrietta.
Duchess.
Shall you answer her call?
Anna Henrietta.
Anna Henrietta really say all that?
Oh,
Word for word?
In point of fact, she said, "Bring me the Witcher and dare not spare your horses. Only make certain this time he comes alone." The Ducal Chamberlain added the rest. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember.
I might add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits. Yet the specifics you will need to verify with Her Illustrious Highness.
Illustrious Highness. My god, can't wait to
Might be
repeat
the
those
most
again.
fervent request that I take a
Most
contract
fervent.
ever.
And the most
And
polite.
polite.
Yeah, the
And
way
now
they
we've got all
speak
that
in
behind us.
archaic
Wanna hear
manner.
more about this beast.
Some kind of monster.
Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet, our only sure witnesses, bodies massacred in a brutal, horrid manner.
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they glimpsed the beast. Each quite different. To my mind, these witnesses lie.
Then
How many victims
you have
so
no
far?
idea how
Two.
great.
When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you,
Promising
promising
words.
grants of land and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black magic. Also, both victims were no people.
I believe
And the start
if
of a tourney draws.
everything goes well, you get substantial rewards. I'll take this contract. The beast feels anyone tried trapping the monster.
Anyone tried to hunt it?
Might tell.
Knights Errant?
Ha! Many have tried.
The beast is clever. It evades all traps.
An experienced tracker. This is what...
Did you say tourney? Tourney.
Mentioned a tourney.
Simply, it is too late. The guests have
The
arrived.
best.
The best knights of all lands, relatives of the The beast could be a threat to...
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a... I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from Sovereign.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No, just struck by a thought.
Talking
How the
to
Duchess
shit.
can sometimes be...
So you accept the contract? Excellent!
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you.
Yeah, time is the
Time
key.
is of the...
Ready to go, as soon as you're packed.
Then post haste to Toussaint.
To Toussaint!
To Toussaint. Here you go, once again. The first time you enter, I mean, take a look at these knights. These two of them will be enough to crush entire camp of the bandits, monsters. So different when you enter Toussaint. I want to do a marathon. I can recall, it took me about 10 hours to complete the main storyline. I did 2 videos, 2 walkthroughs only 2 walkthroughs. It was pretty fast. Yes. Did it rapidly in a rapid succession. It was done very rapidly, and must admit that oh shit. I must admit it was done very rapidly. Well, I haven't skipped. I read through it all, but I played it in such a fervor and rush that I missed the choice, the important choice. I should have spoke to Unseen Elder. Too late for now. It's too late for now. Oh my god, you have no idea how great it is. We are now back in Toussaint. That first view was something beyond belief. The music, the colors, the vibe, the land of love and wine.
Exactly.
That entry is one of the best entries of any expansion ever. But yet the best Beauclair. Yeah, the best is to come. Look at that.
chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
Yeah.
You
Nice.
insinuate that we are somehow odd?
I
I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron.
Okay. And there we go. There's Goliath. 190s. But it does not make any sense. If you pay attention to details as I do, it is incredible, remarkable how fast he moves in heavy armor. He shouldn't be able to even to almost rise. He has such mobility. Ah, that's a giant. Goliath. Look at that. Incredible intro. There is there's a deed achievement. You can shot in his eye, but you need to kill him. That will be difficult. That would be a bit difficult.
For my lady! I kill a monster! One for one and one for all!
But you need... Yes, we did it! David and Goliath, we killed him in the eye. Huh? Wow. Huh, we got him. We got...
Big beast. Tackling it single-handed?
Not
too
too
wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill them?
The most beautiful among...
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he
He need not
reveal
reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor
You
seen
see.
you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor. This trophy, sir, is you.
How glad to take you did well, like how the giant did.
A giant this close to human settlement?
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once, but one who broke his vows. For this, the Lady of the Lake transformed him in.
So he came back down?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands.
Goliath.
Goliath had killed
Goliath.
and devoured many shepherds. Guillaume's hunt served a noble cause. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
In one.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to put up a good fight against the giant.
None. In Toussaint we mostly chase bandits, but I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion the head of a monstrosity, as the famed Gottfried. No,
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to
another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought to know. The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice. Damien Delatour's guardsmen are there already.
Then that's what
securing the area.
Cockatrice. Cockatrice is
Securing the area.
one of the
Better go there
Reckon
now
it.
before they trample any tracks. Manhandle.
Set forth then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious magnificence that Geralt
versus
is back.
magnificence.
We'll meet later, near Guillaume's tent at the tourney grounds.
I should take you then.
I
Yeah. After turning, you will go to the palace. But it is incredible what introduction. Already level 35. That's fast. Yeah, because I got massive experience. Look at the experience bonus. That's unreal. Jesus. I'm sorry. I usually do not curse or say the. Yeah, okay, we'll go with the, that will be upgradability. Fast attacks, bleeding, after enemies lose 50 vitality. Yeah, now this is a pure swordsmanship with these three core abilities. Rage management, yeah, these are very important for critical damage, but especially focus, increases weapon and damage, plus battle frenzy. Battle trends critical hit chance. That's crazy. When you have a full adrenaline and when you spawn, that is incredible. Now I will put Goliath trophy to. We'll put the Goliath trophy at a roach. That will grant us 5 bonus experience. 7 saddle, 40 stamina. Very good. They're very generous. They were incredibly generous with the default rewards.
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Marlin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kid.
Find Volomilton to the place. Yeah, that is near Palace. Duchy of Toussaint. Filters, oh come on. That one is closed there, then you will need to go to the tourney, and then there will be a fight in the arena, and afterwards there is one of the best stories ever written and said. Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils nefarious which are prey of the defenders of the world. Whereas never have you been known to deny help for the innocent, nor leave widows and orphans to fates undeserved. And so you now of the present summons Free for us of the beast, which floods our streets with the blood and sows panic in the hearts of the rich and poor alike. Come to our aid, Visha. Thus humbly, Pesachus, do you star-crossed city's most gracious protectress, illustrious Highness Duchess Anna Herinetta.
Hey there.
Oh God! Does it? Delicious.
I'm used to the way you move,
Exciting.
especially how you switch back and
That's
forth
delicious.
between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious
Graciously.
When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition.
These are peacock.
No one here. They must have removed the body already.
Let's look around. Make sure they didn't miss anything. Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints, ducal guard clearly. Let's see
Okay,
what
now it is a great opportunity to be.
got guests. Careful.
Yeah. Shit, the word. Yeah, how easy you can die, I believe. Shit. They are bigger and nastier cousins of proteins. They are deadly in group. They strike fast and they do well, moderate damage, but still.
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking. Walk along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Use your visual senses to take a look at the road. I believe I will need to. I must go below.
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing.
Good quality.
Quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks
The
like
wealthy victim, correct? These actors are French,
only blood-soaked
Or
scraps
German.
left of the victim's clothing.
German, French, Italian.
Quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks
Wealthy victim, correct? Wealthy victim, correct?
blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free.
Yeah, we gotta go. And then once we completed here, we'll go to the inn. And then after inn, we must proceed to the tourney ground. And finally, we'll be able to meet with her magnificence. Receive linen. Use your witch's senses. There's nothing in particular here. Should be something. There must be something. I believe. Jug. And there's net. There's a lot of. But there's more.
Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
I need to search for every single clue. We did the net and the blood. I see there are more. But no, what am I doing? Handkerchief. Use your witch. So
See,
that's
Noble's accessory clearly.
so.
Need to comb the bank.
Talk to Sir Milton here.
Notice anything interesting?
Alas, nothing.
Alas, nothing. Her illustrious, glorious magnificence. Not here. Use your river. I missed something. Yes. I miss some details notable. Well, I did. Oh, here we go. Good. Let's see
Look,
where
a boat was
boat
launched
was
here.
launched here. Got some loaded
Guardsmen
body
must have
parts
loaded the
to take
body parts
somewhere.
onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Found a monogrammed handkerchief. Someone's washing this.
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix?
Delacroix.
It cannot be.
Was
Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged. He was a man of extremes, standing by his companions no matter the odds,
I remember
fighting his
that.
foes to the bitter.
Foes. You have a lot of...
He did, but
He
I
did.
do not see what that has to do
I
with us.
will focus strictly to the main storyline. I'm not going to touch nothing. I'm not going to speak to shopkeepers. I will not accept any other Witcher contracts or side quests. It will be a
I
story.
understand. We can talk later.
There are
Let's go
many
to town.
side quests. There are vineyard wars,
Return to court.
restoration of vineyard.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I fear I will return too late to fulfill my duty.
Yet it seems
Yet
I
it
will.
seems I've arrived in the nick of time.
What was I saying? Oh my god, I can't remember what I was saying. Jesus. Yeah, there are huge. You see, Toussaint is a massive town. Not only disregarding the main quest, you got 3 bases that must be captured, then plentiful of side quests. There are treasure hunts for Grandmaster gear. There are special Witcher contracts, and there's also there are vineyard wars, and one quest is a tourney that must be completed. But it's crucial we focus on that one. And then of course there's a painting, then the
If you
knights
have
in
finished
the
examining the
also
books,
finish.
be sure to report to
What's on the-
Anarietta.
Anarietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself. We addressed each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomfret's presence.
He finds it.
He finds such familiarity offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in all Toussaint.
What to find? I might go to the best possible ending.
What? With no lads brave enough? Of course we have. But bravery's not enough against the beast. It wields dark powers. That calls for a witcher. Or a mage. Have your chit-chat with someone else. Appearances deceive.
That one leads to, yeah, notice board. It's on the Hansi base. Hansi base, correct. And I can take, yeah. While journeying to Duchy, Big Fig to Fill, Vineyard, Night Errant, Witcher, Hansi base. Yeah, these are new places of interest. Now, Big Fig to Fill, it is a story related to restoration of a statue. Then the Vineyard infestation is, of course, again the Vineyard wars, but rather more difficult and infested with more powerful enemies. Knight Errant in distress is not your common villager, but a rather armored knight that again has a more powerful foes and get wielded as a better reward. Winter's contract. These are the Witcher contracts, of course, related to the monsters of Duchy. And Hansi base. These are, again, I must mention, these are far less than bandit camp. These are highly organized, dangerous bandits that will be difficult to defeat, especially their leader. 3. Capturing the base will diminish the bandit activity, and it will be your fortress. be a fortress that you can have armor. There will be knights your own. You can command them, but it will be a capture fortress, and you will own a minor area of the Hansa base. New armor, blacksmiths, and the story content. The Great Beclaw Gwen Tournament. In KOTH's Supreme Delight, those wishing to take the party contract caravan escort. Calling all knights wanted the White Wolf is wanted to serve as guide. Please potential be kindly request not present in set being Geralt of Rivia. Can't was not born as Kizzy his Witcher. They want to pretend. Announcement to the official to hereby announce a limited auction to help the regarding sale of piece of devil. Oh, what's that? Ah, yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you pay attention to the notice board, you will uncover different places as well.
By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pate?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us.
He would be honored if you would join.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at the crack of dawn, as I do each day, but when I looked up, I beheld a blood-red sky.
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join you at the table was summoned from a far-off land by her gracious magnificence. He is tasked with tracking and killing the beast.
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac Peyran in temperament is more akin to hare than hound, I surmise the other is the hunter.
With whom do we have the
Do we
pleasure?
have the pleasure?
Milton introduced me.
Like Milton said, I've come from the north at the Duchess's behest to deal with the beast.
Yes, but who are you? A knight? A mercenary? A soldier?
Geralt is a witcher, a master of his trade. He has questions for you about the beast's most recent victim.
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked up.
Ask Geralt, please.
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw.
By my troth, to the point, man. You found the body ensnared in your crayfish nets. We know this already. Did you see anyone nearby? Did you spot?
Not a soul around, just me. As for note,
What did you see? But be warned, I hear the sky was red again.
I saw
I had
a head bobbing, eyes bulging. The tongue.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast as my legs would take me, then returned with guardsmen who told me to keep out of their way. They had a hard haul. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to...
Need to examine the body.
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a cart and hauled it to a cellar at Corvo Bianco to keep it cool, see?
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Rossel's estate. When he learns they've turned his cellar into a morgue, he'll set his hounds on them.
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
such a...
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Lilith, the innkeep's daughter.
Douglas.
But hold, Geralt, because this is an outrage. Rossel's vineyard was auctioned off? Inconceivable.
It is no secret the Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to collect. His creditors auctioned off his property.
Du Duchamp.
The Ducal Chancellery bought it, in fact.
Russell
Russell
now
now
runs.
bunks with his brother in Vicofaro.
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one draw on past heroics? His creditors must finally have defined that his promises meant nothing.
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast to punish us for straying from the oak.
Folk are saying the beast divine.
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs. Where they were defenders of the duchy, they're now defenders of their own.
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers.
This
We've
straight from
strayed from the path of virtue, lost the gods.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed street preacher codfodder.
Yes,
Great
rebel
street
rouses
bridge
have been
concept.
sprouting up like weeds lately. Each offering the same.
What else do people say about the beast?
They say anything else about the beast?
The messenger, yeah.
Besides it being a messenger of the...
The Toussaintois are no fools. They see
Toussaintois.
clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
picky monster. Thanks for the hospitality.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney grounds.
Not coming with?
Yeah, there's some sort of
Duty of some...
Some sort.
good grace bestowed
Your
on
grace
anyone.
bestowed a great honor on me.
And
Even
play
before
hair
the
during-
Council of Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game in the Palace Gardens. When you see me in my costume, you will wet yourself like...
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like I'll...
Such good fortune found us.
The cook has worked wonders as
Oh.
always.
Then we will fight a new enemy, and that is a vampire. You can see the Corvo Bianco vineyard from here. I need to have black blood ready and enhanced vampire oil. Hopefully I have it. Macrophage vampire oil. And Gwen.
Start no brawls.
The Corvo Bianco vineyard, there's a short way on there. Just follow the road, as he said. That's it. Which is, of course, it can be ours. And I will have enough sun to fully...
Sounds like a fight. Have to hurry.
That seems as a vampire will cut everything. And that Bruxa has mutilated everything. Oh.
Damn it. Killer must still be here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
The cellar. Gotta be.
8. He's bleeding. Cut them all with ease.
Footprints. Small, bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. Hurled against the wall with great force.
Yeah, not only they are quick, insanely fast, but also strong. And intelligent. So fire vampires have very, very few weaknesses.
You.
Saw you again.
Saw you at the inn.
Yeah, you saw her again, but you are terribly... The problem is...
Why'd you kill these people?
Clearly wasn't
Clearly
for
wasn't for their blood.
Ooh, those are those.
We don't have to fight.
You are wrong.
Need black blood. Black blood, Quen, and oil. Yeah, and then... There she is. You know.
I cannot let you leave.
Ooh. Brooks. Are you kidding me, man? But that one is special, to be honest, Quen. No! Ah! Gotcha! Oh, those are those. Look at those. Oh my god, those.
All these
Long
men to
toes.
get to the body. What was she doing at the table, though?
Oh my god, long toes. Oh. Long toes. Monster, vampire, greater blue mutation. They are very dangerous, but I find them often later on, and there will be 2 versions of bigger vampires. Amateur. Yeah, he slew 10. He slew everything, dear God. But it's not the Corre Bianco vineyard. Or it is. Constructed, known as Green Carabin in the Elder, is one of the older vineyards. The seems was something Sacramento. Examine the body. Once we examine the body, vampire.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was... Third hand. A spare. Except it's... How's this possible? Several monster species can regenerate.
Never heard of
that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian florins from several different provinces. Body was chopped up, blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witch's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. So, murderer was clearly a monster. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? And why was he chopped up into pieces? Lots of questions, no answers so far. Need to know about the other victims.
Yes. Fine, Palmerain. Now we need to make our way to the turning grounds. And again, of course, it has to be dramatic, because at the turning grounds there will be a Shelmar, new enemy. Plus we'll meet Duché. There we go. Black Blood, Golden Oriole. Huh?
No.
Is it?
Have your journeys taken you last, brother?
Hail, Perseus. You must know I've embarked on a quest of true wonder. A horde of challenges awaits.
Sounds compelling. Would you betray the nature of the quest in question?
Upon Lake Celavis waters floats an isle. There you will learn all. I must ride where destiny calls. Godspeed till next we meet.
Luxury. Might be worth looking into.
The Camerlengo best not be late with my pay.
Ah, yes, there can be only one. That is related to the virtues, 5 virtues abandonment. Yeah.
Virtue always trumps you. With his friends at his side. Your best Goliath. Store history now.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But Sir Palmerin,
What about the
what
story?
about the story of Riddick and the dragon?
Tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you
Defeated
now.
Richard.
Master Richard, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Not always. Yeah, virtue always. Nobody will be good.
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Palmerin's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? Well, you can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived
Enlightened
before the
Highness.
rounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in time to speak with her before the spectacle begins.
Lead the way.
Such a good girl, Creviliciousness. Her Enlightened Highness, her glorious magnificence.
Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite. As we'll soon see.
Oh,
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmar? With some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
What I first the popular. The beast is a gift from the...
whole thing is shooting torture.
Shouldn't torment the beast. How would you like to be dumped in an arena, blindfolded with a string of bell?
Pity a monster. You, oh,
I slay monsters who are a threat to humans. You're out to humiliate one to entertain a crowd. No knight will gain any glory from this.
Tis true. Who will face this fallen?
Let's go.
A fool is going to fight one of the most dangerous beasts. Only Witcher can stand him. Idiot in heavy armor. Nah, these are not. Oh yeah.
I dedicate my imminent victory to
The
fair Lady Vivian.
Vivian. Oh, Anetta, أنا خيرنتا, أنا دوشا.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Forward, please.
Got a bad feeling about this.
And you idiot, the beast is not dead. We will rise up.
Damn it. We have to help him.
Such a good girliciousness.
Gotta keep it down. Can only tell where we are when he hears us.
Heaved its foul girth, and its roar, its not keep its plans confound! The fate of the beast has been weighed by the gods! Soon the Witcher shall triumph against all odds! Witcher wakens when the time was true, then 12 danced and spun!
Such a monster.
Like a roe who leaves sucker loves versus birth, so the Witcher Selma than its foul hard earth!
Move.
God He faints, his racers strike again. Selma's cries ring aloud.
Goodbye. Huh?
But Selma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia,
Master of the
witching
withering
trade.
Behold the last
the
gods
last
who
gasps
left
of life seep
from the beast. No, don't kill it.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
Monster's no threat. No need to kill it.
A victor may always show mercy. It is his right. Long live Geralt the Merciful! Pikeman, see to the beast.
Oh, what?
Guillaume.
Yeah.
That came damn close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent.
Illustrious.
Geralt. We must talk.
You shall talk later.
Geralt, magnificent breath!
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We're delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Illustrious kindness. A fight against Selma.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps, scars, and bruises, but in return gained eternal glory as he who slew the monster.
What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena, we would remind you your services have been retained, and as shall soon become clear, you will be generously compensated for completing another task altogether.
Your Grace, my contract.
Naturally, but not here.
Meet
We
me.
shall need Damien. He led the investigation pending your arrival. But wherever could he be?
Come. You must
Come, we must find him.
be illustrious. Geralt.
Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany
Viscount
you?
Julian.
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no.
Ugh.
Yes. But solely to tell him we regret. Yes, deeply regret rescinding the death sentence we so justly handed down upon him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. No, we would ensure he was broken on the wheel, then drawn, hanged, and quartered.
Ha ha ha, to sweet.
Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien de la Tour, captain of my personal
The
guard.
ball.
Your Grace, Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body.
I know already. The creature in the cellar of Corvo Bianco. Was it the beast?
No, a Bruxa, a kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the sort. We must listen to him attentively.
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use most right now. And maybe the help of an alchemist or a mage. Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir Delatour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I spoke against summoning you here. I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have, always. And we've enough trouble as it is. Yet we are capable of defeating the beast on our own, without an outsider's help. I've no doubt about it.
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Definitively. Since you have broached it nonetheless, let us discuss Geralt's pay. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home, yet did not expect?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, on returning to the palace, we would likely find impatient petitioners or a set of sample fabrics for a new dress.
Poor reward.
Poor rewards, both. I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises we are likely to come upon. Thus we've decided
you shall receive the deed
to a vineyard,
Corvo Bianco.
Corvo Bianco,
You'll be down
and a sum of coin. Doubtless consider this adequate. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you'll need lodgings while you hunt. The coin, however, will be yours only once you have slain the beast.
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. Corvo Bianco. Isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery's bungled things again, we fear. Not to be left unsupervised for one instant. Yet, in its mood, a morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What?
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. But as I said before, I'll need some information. How'd it start? Who was the
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious tournament victories. Then he grew old, hung up his sword, and took to winemaking.
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation from all court ceremonies. We did not grant it. We could not. Once you've taken the oath of a knight, you remain a knight till death.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town watch found him an hour later, on his hands and knees, propped against the town pillory, his sword hanging from his neck. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws.
So he died suddenly, but the body was...
So it seemed.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures there after dark. Ramon Dulac's corpse was found in one such place. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants grew wary, kept to safe areas. Consequently, news of the second victim came to us from a group of concerned cut-purses.
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've excluded the possibility that Ramon died at the hands of these bandits.
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but claws killed Ramon Dulac. The wound was deep.
His body was found in a gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced by a bed warmer.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady
With the
dealings with the criminal
criminal
underworld.
But no one ever
No one ever
Look at his
came
bald head,
proof of
claws
his
as
deeds.
some beast. cut him as his claws. Both older knights. So, let's see what do we have. Enough with the dolls. The victims. Yeah, there is a very intriguing discovery you will find, but I will not spoil it. These deads and the victims in their order are linked, and you will see how. Be very, very surprising.
First two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third.
Sir
Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times
knights face new challenges. Enterprise being the latest
addition to the chivalric virtues.
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times, hailing from different provinces of the Empire.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but had no patience for numismatics.
Similarities seems to be more than now. You will know that the third.
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places under extraordinary circumstances. Seems the murderer, whoever or whatever it is, has...
These were honorable men.
Take a look at the detail.
By the disdain and disrespect with which they were treated.
Those were knights
These
of
were
Toussaint.
knights of Toussaint. Blast it.
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty to the 5 chivalric virtues. And even if the...
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom, generosity, valor, and compassion.
These, these denouncing moral.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it.
Humiliated.
Victims were all humiliated.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It seems to fit, true, though not perfectly.
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the 4th virtue, valor. We can also assume that victim will be an elder knight.
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the palace gardens. Our annual hare hunt shall begin there shortly. Have you heard of the custom?
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years. The famed coward.
Could it be that simple? Is Milton de Peyrac-Peyren the next...
Milton also knew Delacroix.
Damien! To miss something so obvious. De Peyrac-Peyren, Crespi, Delacroix, and Delac formed a knightly team. It was years ago, but...
Need to find Milton.
Your Grace, we need to find Milton immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised as the hare, hiding somewhere, waiting for some tipsy courtiers to find him. The hare's hiding place is a carefully guarded secret.
We must call off the game at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. By no means can we disrupt the festivities. Panic would... And you, Witcher, follow me. My gardens, my night, A murder is out of the question. I will not allow it. Not near my palace.
Jesus, I love it.
Horses? Ready our horses.
There's a true queen, ready to stand with her people and take risks, protect the weak even. See, most of the kings and queens are cowards. They'll stay upon the throne, whatever. Ah, look at that. Oh, look at this girl. He's telling them, oh, that, he wants a thousand.
What the heck?
Not a thousand.
Your Highness,
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled.
What an entry.
Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Now we have to make our way to the palace. Palace gardens. Ride with Venya Herenetta. Hopefully the loading process won't be stuck. We need to ride, right? But I know everything from follow D.
Your grace seems right at home inside.
Character added. I know place.
Clear the way, I said!
Follow D to check the beast of the song.
If this part of the game. It's here! Just round the corner!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too.
We've no other option.
Dear
The time
God.
is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
It will never stop surprising me, the view. Oh, look at her.
Second thought, through here.
Oh, second. Huh?
I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up.
She is a great character. I can't wait,
You will get
wait
hold
to
of
meet
the
her
unicorn
sister.
horn and the
Later
golden
on it
fish.
gets even better.
While I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Unicorn horn.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there.
Golden fish.
Please, Geralt. Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The golden fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Only after we deal with this intense situation, only then will we speak to Duchess and Beast in detail.
No time to lose.
And I have to be very careful. Also, I must save. I need to do a separate save. Thankfully, I did. Yeah, that's the manual save spot. Gwent Velen players, I will recall that as my primary bolter. And the... Wow! Unbelievable, this is crazy. Unbelievable. That was not even, I'd say 7 meters was it fall, and then you boom, you lost your entire health. It's incredible. Dodging is usually best tactics when fighting monsters. When fighting humans, try to parry their attacks with your sword. Lowered status, that's true. But there is yeah, very interesting. Some weapons do more than just deal damage. They get stun and poison to make them bleed profusely. Bleeding is great. 150 grams. My god, I just cannot believe it. And then I noticed very long loading times on certain occasions. Yes, here we are. The fall damage. Your worst enemy. As for Unicorn, first you need to give him an apple at the end. I know that are cool. But that's enough. There is something. Fly to Vermentine Red. A dry red wine produces Vermentine and keep it a centuries old with strong, slightly peppery taste. The fish is easy. Unicorn was slightly confusing. Not confusing at least, but you must know which item to get. Now let's talk with these two. That's Unicorn.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in
She is very pretty,
dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Are you still a virgin?
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets.
Hey folks, gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Need to find him. Courier.
Stupid brute.
Once more to give it
Ophiuris are thought to
I
catch
know it's
horses
not
by
real,
casting
but
looped
it's so
ropes round
beautiful.
their
Roach likes carrots. Maybe Unicorn will too.
This is an outrage! An outrage, I tell you!
It's against the rules.
Damn it.
He will not have carrots. He wants an apple.
What would you say to a delicious crunchy carrot?
Oh! Yes! It's the carrot, not the apple. I made a mistake.
Easy.
Yeah.
Gardens are huge. Be better off on horseback.
A unicorn! Let's talk with the noble room.
Is it true Her Enlightened Highness has arrived? Did you see that white-haired fellow? Good health to you.
I shall go. Or perhaps I won't.
Ha delicious. Ha delicious. Let's get deliciousness. Two sweet tossers.
Come on.
Geralt. Two sweet tossers. Two sweet tossers deliciousness. Okay, time to stop. It will be amusing.
This should be easy to spot once I'm under.
Consider yourself. We can't possibly.
What the blazes?
Did someone just die?
I think it is. We found it. Candy. That's very unusual. Toffee. Candy again. Yeah, well. Toffee. Somewhere it is. Toffee again. Ah, there it is. That has to be. There. Golden fish. Oh.
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
Hallucinations.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavenly course doth trace,
Trace.
in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
A key.
Why, you bomb-botched wretch!
Ruined the game!
Don't cry, dear.
This
The
is
Duchess will hear of this.
Kalicious. Kalicious. We got that so delicious. So slick. I can't hear them. Kalicious. Mustlicious. 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 Just and deliciousness. You cannot bon vivant. Bon vivant.
You look thirsty. Thirsty indeed.
At the current point, it is only an introduction, I'd say. The real story hasn't begun. After we meet the Duchess, we will talk finally in peace up to the Palace Gardens. Only then there will be a longer convo regarding beasts and reward and all that, etc. Yeah, and there will be a city investigation. We'll have a first fight with beasts in the city. Yeah. That's it.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We
Yeah.
act out of the highest necessity,
Yeah.
or shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules.
am the rules.
Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse with a head of cheese.
It's in a cave. I begin, got no idea. Somewhere cramped. It's a greenhouse. Has entry. Cave.
Let's see. Grown with ease gives us green, right?
It's a greenhouse.
And mouse. Greenhouse.
You're a genius. Several greenhouses in the gardens, indeed. But only one box, the key to which looks just...
Greenhouse it is then.
Yes, there it is. We have to fight the now beast. Yeah. Baclor pass. Baclor. 56.
Wait here.
Darling. Doesn't want to wait. Greenhouse. Ah, the greenhouse! Yes, there is. Deadly shit. He killed him. Sure, he didn't kill him. There will be a wild chase. Now we are fighting.
What the butch?
What the fuck? Actually, afterwards, there he is. We are dealing with a fire vampire. Yeah. Gotta see Elder, unknown Elder. You will fight him for the first time, of course. And he is very deadly, the single most deadly enemy you can possibly find. With the exception of unknown Elder maybe, or Gaunter or Din, but...
I'm here.
I'm here. Did leave.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Many.
Plenty. Even more of the guilty, though. You're next.
I think not. You see, I've something to do still.
More murders?
Just one. Not counting yours.
Shit.
Kill again.
You're killing me. And fuck, what I love is French cheese. And bombs, oh shit. I suck. Well, this should be superior solo, nothing at all. Food can perform the getting a bit intense. Great! Oh.
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate. I know you're in trouble. I can help.
Save him.
I'll help myself. No, he's my friend.
Regis.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Huh.
Regis?
Regis?
You alright?
All is well.
All is
All's
well.
in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend.
At
At least
least
in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible?
My hustle.
Last I saw you,
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
How dare you, General? See that? Because he's a higher vampire. He lit. Yeah, you see that? That was not loss of tissue, a bit, not a wound or cut. He mutilated and devoured. Everything was missing, bones, all of it, and he regenerated within a minute. How do you regenerate?
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help from the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now.
Local serial killer seems to obey you. Maybe you could talk him out of it, convince him to stop murdering.
Why do you think I've come? It shall not be easy, as Dettlaff can be rather stubborn, though you must certainly recall that neither do I surrender readily.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Dettlaff is, how would you humans put it, more bestial than I am.
Bestial.
But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here, at least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Dettlaff is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
Seem pretty damn sure of that.
I am, because I know him very well. Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it.
Chewed up 200.
Chewed up almost 200.
They fell
to a common poacher,
dagger
supposedly
blessed
with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Dettlaff, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Awfully good of him.
Yes, so you'll understand Dettlaff is no cold-blooded killer. I believe he's landed in some mess and he sees no way out.
What makes you say that?
Vilgefortz melted my body. Dettlaff found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine. Which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each in point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it only means something's upsetting.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Dettlaff doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows...
Suggesting he's maladjusted.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is a what?
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast. Am I right?
All in all, sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Dettlaff is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I prefer they not find me here. I have makeshift quarters at Mère la Chaise-Longue Cemetery.
Mère la Chaise Cemetery. Regis is one of the fans' most favorite Higher Vampire. Good job.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
But we need to meet with
We must
insanity.
allow the Witcher to ply his trade.
First we have to meet. There will be a huge amount of questions, and then we will go again to the castle.
Damn.
Sir, a letter for...
Letter?
Can't rightly say, sir.
Here. And thank...
No, sir. Thank you.
My dear friend.
Brooks again.
I've been told you're on a jaunt to Toussaint.
I do
hope you don't overtax yourself during the wine festival. The effects of such exertion at your age can indeed prove most detrimental. I've come upon some information which might be of interest to you.
While
browsing through a colleague's book collection, I found mention of one Professor Moreau of Beauclair, who conducted research into Witcher mutations. The details I've come to learn are rather vague, and his laboratory's location remains a mystery. Yet his journal... I enclose a map I found in the tome I happened upon. Though less than completely legible, I trust it will prove useful nonetheless. Should you grow tired of sampling Beauclair's ladies, wines, and other exquisite delicacies, this matter might prove a fruitful diversion.
Now she's a friend.
At your leisure.
Your friend.
Your friend, Yennefer.
Yennefer.
A professor who studied...
Turn the fact that's regarded to mutations. But we need to go to the cemetery in Lorfouche, that's right. In the local woods. Near La Chaise-Longue Blood Fight. Been told you... No, thank you, Wine Festival. Your details should you grow tired. Should you ever need me. Right, let us go. La Cage de Feu. La Cage de Feu. That's Bruxen. Same the one. It will be later important. Once we tax the city. These are Bruxen. I think I get it. Belgard, Carburetor Woods. delicious. That's right. The cemetery. Near enough.
Regis. Couldn't have picked some other place to meet.
Good.
Regis!
Damn it. Locked. No way I got the place wrong. This is it. Gotta be. Gotta be another way in around here. Homewars. Plenty around here.
What the hell? I died. I can't believe I died. Jesus. Kill me. Kikimores. Oh, I underestimated them. Yeah. Didn't think it's really easy die. Can't simply go Rambo mode and Her illustrious highness, Ana Hidmet. Humans do not trust nations. Explode into problems and massacres. Most elements of which are gear have the 3 upgrade levels: siege upgrade, changed equipment, appearance, and traits. Let's get delicious. Vitality regenerates when you eat. It also regenerates during meditation. Now, I wonder where I am. Oh god, long loading time. I will skip it, Rare, if you don't mind. Find a way into the crypt. There should be a way. There you go. Finally to meet Regis, and there will be a lot of talk regarding lore and the current situation about his motives and whatever it is.
Agreed to meet a vampire at a cemetery.
How
much more cliché can you get?
Nothing comes readily to mind.
Could have left the door unlatched.
What of my privacy? I value it rather deeply. Unmolested, especially by unwanted guests, that's my preferred state.
See, I knew you.
Besides, I knew you'd find a way to get in.
True enough. Need to find your friend. I'm hoping you'll agree to help.
I shall do whatever's in my power. Yet what you want or even need must matter little.
What matters
is what Dettlaff wants. If he does not wish to be found, you will not find him. Ever. End of story.
Come on. Gotta be some way.
These are vampires can...
Vampires can evade detection by the senses, and no divination magic works on us. Even the most precise megascope would be useless.
And this? Could this help?
Wherever did you get that?
Off one of the beast's victims, found by a bend in the river. The body was chopped in pieces. 3 of those pieces were hand with the ring seemed the odd one.
Odd. Something.
It's Dettlaff's hand, without a doubt. It will do splendidly.
Can't you? It's Dettlaff. What do you want?
Can't you just summon Dettlaff? You're both hired vampires. There's gotta be a way.
If I'm to be entirely candid, there is indeed one. But believe me, we will be better off never availing ourselves of it. It is a last resort. Absolutely.
Last resort? The hell? Why?
There is a being who can summon Dettlaff. Possesses the authority, even the power, to force him to appear in a given place. But the very act of contacting this being, well, it's akin to walking a slack line extended over a chasm filled with molten lava. An exercise as perilous to me as it would be to you. A risk I'm unwilling to take.
Yeah, that sounds enough.
Let's do it my way. It will be both quicker and easier.
The hand. What do you plan to do with it?
You've heard of Kovinaris' theory of tissue memory retention.
Rings a distant bell. Read about it in Alchemia Oblitera. There's a copy of Kaer Morhen, tattered, nearly disintegrated. But if memory serves, Kovinaris never...
He did prove it, just never managed to publish his findings. He and I corresponded, you see, after we became friends. Thus, I know he completed his research and performed the first tests. It's complicated, so without delving into details, it is possible to use any piece of tissue to reconstruct what a whole...
How's it work? We need any special equipment?
We must brew a decoction which Kovinaris gave a rather poetic name. Resonance. Once imbibed, it sends one into a trance similar to that. This triggers visions of events linked to strong emotions experienced by the tissue's owner. Picture it as dreaming a fragment of someone's life.
Any chance we might see what...
Indeed. Though I also hope resonance will reveal the location of Dettlaff's hideout.
Ring's pretty intriguing. Made of no metal I've ever seen. And the ornamentation.
It comes from our home, where we lived before the conjunction of spheres. It's actually mine. I received it from a dear old friend. You might call him a humanist. He saw us vampires as guests here, guests who owe their hosts, meaning you humans and the elder races, respect.
Respect?
Meaning
not to treat us like cattle to be slaughtered for food.
Precisely. And the reason why I in turn gave it to Dettlaff. To remind him of the ideals my old friend championed.
Kovinaris spent half his life proving his theory. Wild guess. Making a dose of resonance won't be...
You guessed correctly. In addition to Dettlaff's tissue, we shall need a powerful occipital lobe stimulant. Effectively a poison, to make one susceptible to visions.
Well, got a few ingredients to choose from. Unfortunately, all are pretty rare. There's Mamoon glands. The closest ones I know of are in Vizima. A spotted white saliva would also serve, but they were cold to extinction over a century ago. Could go with a kobold's eyes, but the creatures are sentient. Rather not gouge one's eyes out.
Given that we lack the time to sleuth this out ourselves, permit me to summon some help.
A raven.
What was that?
A raven? Rather a common sight at this latitude. Perhaps they'll find one in the area, and I would hazard that a flock of ravens will spy any said creature faster than a solitary witcher would, with all due respect to your skills. It will take them some time nonetheless, so perhaps you'd care for it.
Not really in the mood for your concoctions, especially given how they make you say things you'd rather keep to your...
Geralt of Rivia, do I detect a guilty conscience? Word is, only those ashamed of the truth.
Not about to fall for that. Forget it.
Ever vigilant, even in his sleep. Quite vampire-like, in fact. Are you absolutely certain they don't administer a few of our genes during the trial of the grasses?
Far as I know, none.
You were right. No kobolds or mamoons.
Knew it.
Allow me to finish. You see, there's this spotted white. It haunts an abandoned residence in the Caraberta woods.
Impossible.
My
brethren hunted down every...
Then it seems you must revise your knowledge of spotted whites. For somehow this one managed to survive your... It seems I know this home it haunts. Recall a tale about it. Locals believe the place cursed. Perhaps that's how the whites survived entirely unmolested.
Whites rarely appear in the woods, even less likely to find them in abandoned human homes. They inhabit remote wildernesses, old abandoned cemeteries.
What's your point?
This might not be a spotted white after all. Your little helper might have made a mistake.
I sincerely doubt it. Ravens are devilishly intelligent creatures, and they've highly developed observational skills.
What exactly did they observe?
The area around the estate. It's covered in...
spoons.
Spare me the sceptical smile. I'm but the bearer of this news. Or perhaps this spotted white is a hoarder. Or the spoons are somehow related to the curse.
Let's do this. Start making your decoction while I go get some...
If you imagine the white will simply sell you some...
Worst case scenario, I'll bring you its salivary glands. They ought to do as well.
For a moment there I imagined you asking the white to spit into a vial. Quite amusing as a thought, but the salivary glands would be fine.
So, see you later.
Yes, till later.
I shall start off with some
tones. Thought you were gonna make this.
We require one last ingredient.
Alas.
Alas, obtaining it could prove a trifle.
Thus I hope to identify
a suitable alternative.
All right. Good luck.
And to you, my friend.
Emil Regis Rohel Lakeshfu. Spotted whites. Look. Yeah, here we are. We are going into the wilderness, far away here at the cemetery. We will engage. We will engage more powerful foes. They are. Let me see. We will need relics. They are necrophage specters. They are specters. Oh, fine. Look at that. Bleeding effect. Duration 5 seconds. 37 level. Bestiary. Relics. Vampires. Spotted whites. The best defense, take home and leave them alone. Spotted whites are such features which are drawn to extinction. They are larger. Numerous spotted whites most developed their late centuries. Necrophage oil igni yield them. I'm not destroyed. Characters. Inventory. Necrophage oil. Relic oil. Ogroid oil. Relic oil, Nomads, Draconid oil, Cursed oil, Beast oil, Enhanced, Spectre, Elementia, Relic, Hybrid, Vampire, Necrophage, Devil's Puffball, Dancing Star, and Grave Shot. Devil's Puffball, and Autumn Wind. Ymir. Look, wait there. Roche.
Come on.
I need to meditate and remove toxicity before I progress furthermore. Can't do that right now. Musclicious. Musclicious. Good. But also it removed everything else. I need to reapply necrophage oil. Right. And that's it.
That's it, Roach.
We are getting into Caraberta Woods. It's a haunted place. Devilish.
Dressings, bandages.
What's that about?
That is the quest. Caraberta Woods, there might be already enemies. Bargus. These are new foes. Foes. Shit. That's an illusion. Oh. Again. Shit. Wow, he is ugly. Foglets are deadly, see? There you go. Toxicity again.
Come on.
Bargus. I'd rather avoid Bargus.
Strange. Get a sense that the spoons are beating out some kind of rhythm. A message. Trying to tell me something.
Look at the amount of spoons.
None shall sit and dine with you at your table. No spoon you have shall say to you, never again shall you wish to spy your reflection in the mirror. Sounds like a curse, all right. Somebody's clearly obsessed. Regis mentioned the place might be cursed. Can't be a coincidence. Need to look around.
Gotovo. Jej! Imaš pravo, jej. Shut the fuck up already, Jesus. Oh, Scooby-Dooby. Alright, now we are back at Le Cage of Fur.
Pigsty.
What a pigsty.
Need to search it thoroughly. Find a way to collect some white saliva.
White saliva. Need to find and collect the white saliva. Puffball. Right. I will... Shall I? Inventory world map quest completed. Blood-brain beast of Toussaint. What kind of monster kill the boss? Blood-brain. Fight the beast. Secondary quest. The Wizards, Goulian and Medic Tent. Wait a minute. The Volley of... Oh, I have to complete it. I must. Tradition has sacrificed two gold. I need to complete the quest. I must complete the quest. It is very important. Because... Yeah, let me just back. It's very important. I have not. It is probably the only one of the few side quests I haven't experienced. An Unseen Elder, that is the optional for main story, and from side quests within Toussaint, it is indeed the only one I haven't experienced because you will fail. You will fail easily if you do not arrive at appropriate time. So I'm going to go from Turning Grounds and visit him because I fear if I hesitate too long, he will simply die of wounds inflicted by Shermar. And then there's an interesting quest going on about it. It is regarding. Now one can wander the lands in here, but I'd rather not stumble too much. I have to stick to the road. It is always wise to stick to the road, but I have to go back. Is that great? Gelner's Farm. Okay. That is the travel we need. Gelner's Farm, and let's go to Turning Ground. I'll be back shortly.
What a specimen. It scared the fright out of me. Kiss a dog's ass.
I must practice even more than I do already.
A witcher?
Right. Apologies for a delay. before I had to do something urgent. Witcher reminded me of one character from the main storyline. It was a General Hordis.
I
with
my
Alphas.
own master with a bottle in front of me. It's no disaster.
Yes. Now, it is very possible to skip the quest entirely, for one would not know about or check the side quest. You will be either hooked up so much with primary quests that you would just simply miss it, and then you will notice the quest has failed and it's too late. Right, we need to visit Gulan. That's the Ser knight who was fighting.
I have a matter of prime urgency and import.
Yes. We will start a new quest, which is...
Your wound. Feeling better?
It's healing splendidly, though I am to avoid trouble for some time.
To be frank,
that is precisely why I wish to speak with you.
Want me to stand in for you? Take on some trouble on your behalf?
That could very well be the case. You see, there is a maiden,
Ah.
a lady. I suspect
Says
someone's
someone
cast an
cast an
ill
ill
spell
spell.
upon her. A
Curse.
curse, perhaps.
But I can guess her symptoms.
Let me guess. She suddenly grew cold, haughty, and distant, though the night before she was flirtatious and...
Tut tut, Witcher. You jest, yet the matter is grave. Though true, the lady in question is dear to my heart.
I shan't not deny.
I fear she has fallen victim to ill magic, and knows no one she could turn to for help.
I love the way they talk. She cursed.
What makes you think she might be cursed?
You must keep all I say to yourself, I beg you. I would never dare to be so indiscreet normally, yet I'm troubled about her, for her. Vivian shuns the company of others. Though the fairest maid at court, she keeps men at a distance. I thus determined I would resort to trickery.
Trickery? That even befitting of a knight?
In war, yes. And what is love if not battle?
As it were, one evening
I
I
crouched
crouched
in
and hiding
hiding
outside
outside her
the
seamstress's home.
As Vivian
emerged from it, I too emerged, ever
as
so
I-
gently but convincingly collided with her.
Then
Promptly offered. She consented.
At first,
all augured well.
sent
I
in
proposed
and
a more scenic
kindly
route.
for her, and
She agreed.
never agreed.
I made kindly for.
Then suddenly...
Then suddenly, mid-speech, from her mouth there flew a most hideous shriek. I stopped stone cold in my tracks while she turned red, then promptly ran off. I attempted to approach her on several ensuing occasions to learn what had happened, for I feared she had become entangled in some trouble. I noted that often, come night, she ventures into the woods, where I've seen her walk about a glade near a pool. I've striven on occasion to follow her, but lost track each time. It seemed then she'd melted into the air.
Tell me more about Vivian. Who is she? What's her story?
She's Her Enlightened Highness's lady-in-waiting. Her mother was a lady-in-waiting, her father a knight. That is all I've learnt, for the Duchessa grows angry when asked about her. Vivian spends her days within the palace walls. Yet we are in luck, for she has been named the tourney's patroness this year.
Thus, each participant will be granted an
participant will be
audience with
granted
her.
an audience with her.
Then
Got
we'll
a
have a
problem
fight.
then. See, I'm not a participant.
You
I've
can't.
devised a solution already.
You
You
should
should
take
take my place in the lists and thus gain the chance to speak to her. I was looking forward to winning the tourney, very much so. Yet for Vivian, I am
This tourney, how's it work exactly?
It is the year's grandest and most important contest. Knights from all corners come to face off for the grand prize. And more important, a demanding test of knightly prowess in horsemanship, marksmanship and fencing. I qualified for the first time, had great hopes of winning.
Yeah, first is horsemanship, that
Yeah.
would be predictable. Then it's
Yeah,
a
I
fight
get
with
it. Anything for
shooting
Vivian.
range with crossbow. That's all my reward.
Hardly a regular job, this. Not often I gotta take part in a tourney to fulfill a contract. Fee can't be anything worse.
I'm no magnet to command heaps of coin, but naturally I shall award you a just amount. How much do you demand? Vivian is worth every copper, but this amount I simply... The matter is of grave importance to me, yet you clearly jest, continue to mock.
Fine, I'll look into it. Gotta admit, piqued my curiosity.
I shall be forever in your debt. Now, we must ensure you are not eliminated from the tourney before you can meet Vivian.
Meaning?
Could you show me how you shoot, ride and fight, perchance? And you must learn the tourney rules, know how to apply them in practice. I did not mean to suggest I doubt your abilities. Everyone must train, even a witcher. Besides, the tourney contests must surely differ, require skills you don't usually apply, races above all. The choice is yours.
Marksmanship. Feel I need to do some shooting.
Come with me. The marksmanship contest shall pit you against another, best time and score. He who hits all his targets first wins.
Hope my aim's as good as that Cupid's who shot you.
Sometimes when you speak, I miss the meaning entirely. Hit the red target. Once more.
Done enough shoot.
Where to now? If you wish to know my thoughts, were I you, I would train on the race.
Let's do some riding.
Excellent idea. Come with me. The tourney's race differs from others you might have taken part in. You shall not ride against any opponent.
How's it a race at all then?
It's a race against time. The true track begins in the arena, runs round the tourney grounds, then finishes again in the arena. The training track, however, lies beyond the arena. We shall go there now.
Don't send the people wake those running riot. Our duchy values peace and quiet.
Good tidings? All is ready. Now listen, for it can be quite a challenge. Along your route stand dummies and targets. The dummies you may cut with your blade. The targets you must hit from your crossbow. The time you have to complete the course shall increase each time you land a strike, be it with blade or bolt. It may sound simple enough, yet I've seen many a knight fail this contest and hang his head in shame. During the race proper, judges throughout the course shall tally your points. For now you may ride unperturbed by those matters.
Take it easy.
Will you give it another go?
No harm in going again.
So, have you had enough?
Had enough. Rather not wear.
Where to now?
Be nice to swing. Do some foot.
Very well. We shall practice infantry combat, one-on-one. Each knight opts for his own method. Rainfarn, for instance. Come with me. You will team with other knights to fight. The clash simulates a true skirmish during battle. Come the end, you shall fight a duel. It will determine your place on the podium. I always liked the duels the best.
But now I can
think
think
only of my
Vivienne.
Vivienne. In the end, it is good you will replace me. I sense I would simply be distracted this time.
Lebiotus Vici
You'd best behave.
Ow!
You're in Beauclair, see? If I was just a lowly guardsman.
Stand at the center of the training ground. A knight will approach and challenge you.
You wish to spar?
Why not? Spar?
Come on.
I expected you to do well, but not that well.
Could probably use some more practice.
The Knight's Codex commands constant improvement. Slice! Smash!
Lost your nerve.
Do you wish to practice?
Think I've seen enough. Sorry to be blunt, but the simplest Witcher contract demands more skill than this kind of combat.
Now you must go to the inscription tent. Honor and glory are all true and good, but...
She is very kind. Until suddenly she is very unkind. Never you worry. The air here is such a...
Hey there! No touching!
The International Knights Journey under the patronage of Lady Vivienne de Tauber is 1275. Participants registered and qualified to take part in the contest. Gregory the Golden will last for your tourney. He shall not participate in general competition. But the fighter the most points under Gregory as Prince of Lyria, Baron Palmerin de Dauphin 6 times, Donmir of Troy, the Redanian Knights, Lilian Sematina, Guillaume de l'Enfant, Delvin de Crelion Knight, Guy de Buse Fernatina, Fresnes, Guy de Bus, Rainfall of Hatre for 17 Victor the 1269 edition. Oh, Young. Oh, Scribe.
Greetings. Want to join the...
Naturally, we must first see to formalities, however. At Guillaume's request, I have looked into your personal history in its heraldic aspect.
Really? What did you come up with?
My findings show you may take part as Geralt of Rivia.
What a surprise.
Or as the Honourable Ravix of Forhorn. It's not every year we have a combatant who can boast of 2 crests.
Kinda curious what you could have learned about Geralt of...
In the year 1267, a certain Geralt, a member of the Witches' Guild, was knighted by Queen Meve and dubbed Geralt of Rivia. This was in honor of his distinguished service at the Battle of the Bridge, said structure spanning the Yaruga. But I wager you know of which that...
Yeah, those were the days. Kahir and I led a fistful of Nordlings against an entire Nilfgaardian battalion. One that... I'm Geralt, not about to fight under...
You may now take the shields, bearing...
I'm a Witcher. Shields aren't something Witchers ever use in combat.
Who mentioned using it in combat? Not I. The shield commemorates your participation in the tourney. You may take it as a souvenir.
In that case, thanks.
Have you been instructed as to the tourney's challenges, prizes, and vows?
Gonna come right out with it. I'm a sucker for prizes.
The winner of each contest shall receive a trophy. Whoever has the best result once all contests have played out shall face last year's champion in a final duel for glory and the title. Should you defeat the reigning champion, the grand prize will be yours. This year, a sword forged especially for this occasion by the... Her illustrious highness had it brought all the way from...
You say something about vows?
As is our custom, knights make vows to which they hold for the duration of the tourney. Each swears on something which to him represents his...
Guillaume told me a bit about the...
An admirable thirst for knowledge. There
Shooting
are contests 3. A shooting range, where you will compete side by side with an opponent. A horse race, during which you will seek to complete the course within a specified time.
He's so eloquent and perfectly well spoken.
Will increase the time you have. Finally, the group melee in... As each contest ends, its results will be posted on the board outside.
Convenient. Feels like I know everything.
Splendid. In that case, you...
I swear on my lady-in-law.
Don't feel like making a vow.
Custom allows even for this possibility. May the gods succor you in your endeavors to overcome. Sign here, please. Then fill out these forms. That is all I need from you. Now, as... You have also been assigned a...
Too bad I don't have a bear school for now, because I have an armor, chest armor, heavy armor, yeah. Go to the shooting range. Just...
My regards. You return traditional values and morals.
Ah.
That is the remedy.
That's what I like. Maybe this.
Geralt, well, I'll be. Have you decided to turn knight errant?
All jesting aside, here on a job. You in the 22?
Am I? Ha! I shall square off against Renfan of Atre. I saw him just moments ago, a nervous wreck, stuffing his nose with fish steak, no less, as if that would...
Guessing that's against the...
But who's to tell the Nilfgaardian what to do? Listen, Geralt. The timing of your marksmanship duel is such that you shall have the sun in your eyes.
Makes no difference to...
Nor will it give you any pleasure. Since, as it is, we must both wait, play me in a round of Gwent. Ha! You've denied me some diversion, but at the least my eyes are in for a treat. Lady Vivian should appear shortly.
Fair knights, I salute you!
The honor and
The
duty
honor
of
and
the
duty of
patron.
tourney patron have fallen to me this year. Fight honorably, so that I may bestow upon one of your number the tourney's grand prize. You have sworn your vows. You have ready body and soul. The time has come to test them.
Behold Horm Akespark of the Mechtian royal line. His name's quite the mouthful, a true challenge to rhyme. His targets to be hit centrally and true are the ones in blue. Against him new blood, a knight unknown till now. Sir Geralt of Rivia, give us a bow. The targets he must with his quarrels thread are red. May the better man...
Man, he's not man. Oh, deliciousness, such a deliciousness. No, sweet, deliciousness. Ha.
Like another ghostly grasping but one fair teeth, Geralt's heart strewn with joyous victory and bitter defeat. Geralt jumps ahead, leaves the others behind. Do I see this falsely? Am I out of my mind?
Geralt sees him, never mind.
Sir Geralt of Rivia has trounced his foe.
Pounded
Pounded him
his
soundly,
soundly,
immersed him in
woe.
woe.
Ha.
Your prize, sir. A crossbow adorned with your crest. I congratulate...
Thank you, my lady.
Geralt of Rivia, crossbow.
My medallion's vibrating strongly. Can only mean...
The explanation is disappointing, I'm afraid.
To lose to an opponent such as you is a victory of its own. Accept my congratulations.
Thanks.
Good work! In the interim, I managed to determine which... Perhaps you could find a clue?
You're right. Vivian's cursed in some way. Sensed it when she opened the tourney.
In that case, we've no time...
Yeah, let's go.
This is her tent. You must look inside. Search it. I shall hoot like an owl should someone approach. Oh, fair Vivian, thou hast dove's eyes within thy locks. Thy lips are like a thread of scarlet. Thy two breasts are like...
Geralt. Goulion. Use your Witcher senses to investigate Vivian and past. Yeah, okay. Oh.
Claw marks, that's clear. Not sure what beast left them, just that it's big. Jar of concealing ointment. Powerful magic at work here. Oriole feather. Vivian keep a bird as a pet? No sign of it here, if so. Oriole feather tend to be fond of birds. Vivian keep a bird as a pet?
Someone approaches, quickly!
No sign of it here, if so. You were supposed to hoot.
We shall speak later. We must return to the tourney now. It's time for the second contest.
Sirs, what seek you in my latest tent? Inspiration? Be gone from here.
Knights and ladies to court, gaze at the
host assembled before us. Look upon chivalry's best and most storied. Come from far lands, here to seek glory. Hear now their names as I shout them aloud. Savor their titles.
Look at those knights here. It's an incredible quest. One of the best.
Halmarin, the Baron of Longfall. Leos of Metina!
Leos of Metina.
Rainfarn of Atra!
Rainfarn of Atra.
Horn of Mecht! Donimir of Troy! Guy de Boisfren, in service to the Duchess! De Win of Craigiau! Count Ty of Dondao, Ansay of Lyria and Rivia a prince, Geralt of Rivia, for Gregoire of Montgorgon, let out a roaring cheer, the faint vow of silence, tawny champion from last year. Today's winner of contests, his victory to secure, shall face the Gregoire in a challenge severe. Does ignorance demand a bard intercede? Does someone need telling how tourneys proceed?
How dare you enter a tourney for nobly born knights? Your knighthood came through the grace of my mother Meath, Queen of Lyria and Rivia, whom you treacherously deserted mere days later. Your presence here is an offense to my honor.
And yours is an offense to my eyes. If you're done, step aside, Prince.
The tourney's protector, the mate Vivian, her beauty entrances both beasts and men.
My heart Greetings, dear knights. May my grace guide you and show you the path of honor, valor, and glory. Accept my wishes of good fortune, sir, and devote all your strength to the tourney, and only it.
The time has come for you, Sir Knight. Mount your steed. Swift be your flight. Ladies and gentlemen of lineage illustrious, soon steeds shall swarm like ants most industrious. To beat time's passage they'll ride like the gale.
What a sight to behold, what lark, what a tale. Look at an important fortress of the night. It's reminded me of the mountain from the Game of Thrones. Unbelievable attention to detail, poetry, soundtrack, presentation, top-notch, visuals. Unbelievable.
He's up! We that find a sword who pounds the ground. No legion of drummers could make such a sound.
I must practice.
Big mistake for it.
Giddy up. Come on now.
So close! Will he last? Endure and keep pace? A race of such style, such grace, such speed, to watch was a pleasure, a treat indeed. To honor our entrance, praise each fair knight, we shall feast from eve till dawn's first light. The finest of wine and food shall be served if you've blood.
I congratulate you. Here, your prize. A saddle adorned.
Many thanks.
By the way, my maid saw a man with white hair sneak out.
No idea.
How juvenile.
Congratulations on your win. We must drink to this. Come with me to the feast.
Ah! Look at the light. The
So,
scenery.
any thoughts on Vivian?
Her beauty's striking.
That is not what I asked.
Still too early to say anything I'd be willing to stand behind. Managed to figure one thing out. She uses powerful magic, masking illusions.
Do you mean to say she might in truth look different than she seems?
Only guessing right now. Found some clues. Got me wondering if your beloved Vivian's not a Bruxa.
A Bruxa? You mean a vampiress?
Not sure yet.
We've still some time before Vivian arrives. Let us drink.
Sorry, don't drink while I work.
Your presence at this tourney is an affront to my honor. I demand satisfaction.
Head to the nearest brothel then.
Coward. Mounted combat in the main arena. I challenge you.
Since you insist.
You shall bitterly regret deserting my mother's army once I'm done with you. May the blood I will spill wash away the stain of your cowardice.
Let's get this over with. Quick.
3, 2, 1.
Get in.
Bloody places! Candle!
For reasons unknown except to them, the
The
gods
gods.
have chosen to punish me with defeat. But do not think your cowardice will be forgotten.
Damn it. You still going on about that? Need to clear this up once and for all. Had to abandon your mother's camp back then because someone else needed my help. Badly. Couldn't refuse them. Didn't want to, in fact.
You mean to say you had a secret mission, set off to accomplish it?
Something like that.
Mine is
Minus
the
the
wall.
vow.
And I still live in the world.
I'd still rather not.
In agreeing to duel, you proved yourself a true knight. Thus, I accept your word as that.
Glad to hear it.
Such a good girls. It was sweet. Very deliciousness. Such a good girls. Yes.
My heart swells to behold this beautiful celebration of valor and honor,
And to witness
you,
who
who embody the chivalric virtues in your life, strive for greatness. Yet, after a time of combat must come a time of... Thus, I invite all who fought in the tourney to this feast held in your, and none other's, honor. And should any among you crave solitude, the group melee shall take place on the morrow. The best among you shall have the honor to face the famed Gregoire de Gourgon.
Gregoire de Gourgon.
Celebrate, make merry, revel as you will, yet be mindful of the trial that will...
Follow her. We shall meet in your tent before your...
Radon scoundrel, ever seeking Lady Vivian.
What is Vivian?
Strange.
Not what it seems.
Was sure I'd find her here. Vanished. Melted into thin air. And that bird. She a Bruxa? Flew off. Worth going after. Looks like the bird's leading me somewhere. That stench.
There.
Bird flew off over the hill. Might be quicker to pass through the cave.
What? Huh, very curious. Wow, was she all the way up to the turning grounds? Maybe in the wilderness, shouldn't be far at the lake. Probably at the lake, I wonder. Yeah, let's see what happens. White panthers, and that was a bargain. Holy! What is she doing? She is awake, naked. What do you know? Well, she is...
Witcher.
Oh,
Lady
toes!
Vivian.
Oh, Lady Vivian.
Counted on me getting lost.
I did. I thought you no different from the knights. Good at tourneys, hopeless in the face of true danger.
I was mistaken.
I was mistaken.
toes.
So you're not actually a Bruxa.
A what?
Suspicion I had that you might be a vampire. Certain details seemed to confirm it. Then I changed my mind. Anyway, unimportant. Here you come to this clearing often.
This is where it all began. And as I was not able to evade you, save myself from you, then I wanted them here. In this very spot.
She's
with no
there.
witnesses.
Oh, tell us.
Want what done?
Why, you are a witcher. You were hired to kill me, were you not? Then do so, now. And do it quickly, I beg you.
Ooh.
I shan't resist.
Witchers only hunt monsters. And even then, not all. You're no monster.
Then what am I to your eyes?
Afflicted by curse.
Most likely you've been cursed. Don't know who by or why yet.
If you've no contract on my life, why take an interest at all? Did Guillaume put you up to it? Is that what...
He wanted to help you. Asked me to do him a favor.
Why should I trust...
Because the Duchess trusts me. Because I'm a freak, too. Because cases like yours are my bread and butter. Take your pick.
You shall not turn on me. Use what I say against me. You shall not tell...
You got nothing to fear. Came here to help you. And I won't peep a word to anyone unless I decide it's absolutely necessary.
So be it. I shall tell you what my mama once told me.
Mama.
When she was with child, expecting me, she and my father spent much time together near the wood, here in this clearing. Mama loved to listen to the orioles sing. She would stroke her belly and say, "My daughter should be as beautiful as that bird. Such is my..." But a creature dwelt in the wood who envied. It demanded payment. And when my parents said that they had nothing...
What happened after that?
Nothing at first. I came into the world a perfectly normal child, and my parents forgot that day's events. But 15 summers into my life, the curse began to show. Initially only when the moon was full. But now it's advanced so that even in daytime I must use magic ointment to mask its symptoms, to look normal. Thus I thought someone had discovered my secret, that in fact I was resigned to death in coming here. Perhaps death would be preferable to my complete and permanent transformation.
The curse. It could be reversible. Once ran into a...
And you truly think you could do something like this for me?
Can't guarantee a thing. Tough case, yours. You were cursed before birth. That alone complicates things. Also, you claim the curse is increasing its hold. Could try transferring the curse onto someone else.
What? Out of the question. I shall not allow it to ruin an innocent life. Is this the only method you know?
Only one that's completely safe.
So there is another.
All right, there is another. Ancient ritual. We'd need an Oriole egg. Should release the curse's grip permanently. Gotta warn you though, could have serious consequences.
Consequences? What kind?
Curse was cast before you came into this world. Ritual involved transferring it to an as yet unhatched chick. You'd be free. Thing is, you could be left with the average lifespan of an Oriole.
7 years. I understand. Alas, every rose has its thorn, and there are no happy endings. Yet truth be told, I never thought I would get one. Yet you wish to give me 7 years of life. Real life, free life. This is no dilemma. I agree.
I see why. I understand. Don't have to decide just...
I will. They must miss me at the...
Let's.
Yes.
You can change it?
No, but I discovered the water of this pool helps. Its effects are brief, but I...
Interesting.
Come.
Wow, incredible. Does it?
Did you learn anything?
Yeah.
Then speak, man. Can you not see I'm out of my mind with work?
She asked me not to talk.
But I want only the best for her. Perhaps...
Vivian gave me the details of her situation, but she did so in confidence. Promised I would...
But I'm not just anyone. Why, I would do anything for her.
I'm sorry. Look, in time Vivian will come to understand what she owes you. I'm sure of it. But until then...
How dare you lecture me? This is not the aid I sought. And to think I gave up my spot in the tourney to you! I regret it now. Or now that you've bound Vivian to your terms.
I don't back out of anything. I'll take part in the last skirmish. Besides, Vivian will be busy till the tourney's end.
Indeed. In that case, you must meet the other knights.
Got it. Thanks.
I know now the two teams' rosters. I shall be captain of ours. That means you shall do as I say for the duration of the Palmer and Alonso will lead the opposed. With this skirmish, we commemorate the Battle of Fox Hollow of 1218, when a Hans of Southern outlaws led by Haller the Brown attacked Tucson only to be driven off by brave knights, thus setting a precedent. Since that day, knights errant have guarded the duchy's borders. Palmerin drew the short straw, so his team...
None.
I doubt you will do us any good. You know nothing of knightly combat as a witcher. Try at least to stay out of our...
It is time, gentlemen. Take your weapons and proceed to the arena.
A cheer for the knights, the
ladies, the lords, buonasera, intendere teams e
shall cross swords, 2 rifle crews, 2 coteries shall fight. Whose virtuous laws or lance blows unclean shall forever be branded as shameful, obscene. While the knights prepare, let me say I'm elated to behold. Whoever here wins the past champion shall face. All others must leave. Let us begin! Count Risaracus! Blood, sweat, and tears shall soon follow in buckets.
Come on, come closer.
I shall never retreat, not my steps.
The world's never seen a fight quite so glorious. For showing such verve, each knight was victorious. Yet in tourneys as in life, but one champion may reign. Today he is the one, praised be his name. He felt a whole host, slew the most. To Geralt of Rivia, who the strength of lions boasts, he sailed through all trials, each test he passed with ease. For Gregoire de Gorgon, who on this ground last won, shall spar him for the title, and the day is done. To the tired Tremenda, we salute your endeavors. Return to your wives, your loves, your whomevers.
Yes.
It is time. Step into the arena. Should you suffer grievous harm during combat, have you any last wishes? Any...
Thanks, I'm fine.
The Witcher of Rivia, Geralt his name, though aged be his visage, do not disdain. Now entering the grounds, a titan of infamy, Gregoire de Gorgon, victor of Lasses Tourney.
I wish both combatants good fortune and fame.
They seek the grounds, nations look scared, ferocious and spry as wolves hunting hares. Mesdames et messieurs, our victor, our champion, the adult, Gregoire de Gorgon! Hooray! Hooray! Now it's the Tufo Vineyard. For strong bones and deep drink Tufo. A wine for your teeth, a wine for your soul. Yeah. The Count cries in shock. Sir Geralt seems weak. Will he survive? His fortunes are bleak. Geralt of Rivia! This year's champion! A sight to behold! He defeated Gregoire de Gorgon! Hail Geralt!
Geralt!
As patron of this grand tourney, I have the honor to decorate our grand champion. He made no vow, yet throughout the tourney demonstrated knightly virtue that doubtless carried him to the... He showed great courage, great strength, great composure. He fought nobly with honor, and thus rightfully deserves the title of this year's...
I need to talk to you.
Not now. We shall meet later in my tent. I have duties to attend to, as do you. Folk will guard you.
Greetings, my lady. Have you decided?
I have. I stand by all I have said. I wish to endanger no one and thus choose the method involving an egg. Might you explain the nature?
Sure, but seems you're tense. Show yourself, Guillaume. Can hear you breathing, and I know damn well it's you.
Why are you here, sir? This is a private audience. Geralt, what is the meaning of this?
Is there some
This is some scheme you've hatched unbeknownst to me.
Guillaume's no foe. Though there's little honor in meddling, he meant well, means well. You guessed correctly. He was the one to hire me, but only because he wanted to help you.
My lady, I live to serve you. Whatsoever you require, you need but beckon. I am yours to command.
Are you quite finished? Is that all you wish to say?
I suppose so.
So you shall do what I command, sir. Very well then. Listen carefully. Leave this tent, turn towards the duchy's northern marches, and run. Run until the tourney grounds are no longer within sight. Return only once you've cooled off. Then leave me be forevermore. Understood?
My lady, but your troubles. I only wish the Witcher see.
Out now! You assured me I could trust you.
I kept your secret. Didn't tell him anything he didn't
I understand he hired you, so you had to report to him.
Absolutely sure you did the right... Can't conduct the ritual using your reflection without him. Needed someone who'd willingly assume the cursing...
And you thought I would agree to this? No, Geralt. When we
What's
spoke
the
in the
eyes?
meadow, you told me of a ritual which required no... This is the method I wish to...
Need to find an egg. Preferably an Oriole's. Ritual itself isn't complicated, but like I said before, there'll be a side effect.
Yes. I saw a nest in the clearing where we spoke. But before we go, tell me, what will become...
We'll have to break the egg. Like you said.
And for a dream to come true, there must...
Lusty Knights. I wonder what would happen if I... maybe I picked up the wrong. Something tells me that he will fall. Even clean.
This is the place. Oh no! A panther's got at the nest!
Stand back. I'll take care of this. Eggs fell in a moss patch. They're fine except for one.
Will it do?
Think so.
Now what must I do?
You need to concentrate now.
Muna.
Repeat after me. Muna Gandrau. Muna Finerat.
Muna Gandrau. Muna Finerat. Muna Gandra. Muana Gandra.
Damn it.
Geralt, look! Look! Oh, God! I shall be able to attend balls. I shall travel to Oxenfurt, to Novigrad even. Thank you, Witcher.
Ought to thank Guillaume. He's the one hired me. To help you.
Yes, I'm grateful to him as well.
Should tell him yourself, don't you think?
Perhaps I should, but I would prefer not to. Convey my gratitude to him.
Go.
Now let's check. I have critical hit damage bonus 267, 329. Oh, farm percent. Burning, bleeding. 3% chance. Design insensitivity, 20 armor piercing. Good deliciousness. It's delicious. Ah, we are at the palace grounds. Clear of things. To below. Yeah, she probably would have come.
Starks and the whip await those running riot.
But
Yes, Witcher.
yeah, he speaks to tell my duties. Toastvets. Besgers. Besgers. Such are good deliciousness. Tempting deliciousness.
I pledge my lust to win the tourney with your name on my lips.
But what if another
Yes,
knight
my lord.
proves victorious? Many a valiant man has entered.
Geralt!
Managed to lift her.
Truly? So all...
Method she chose worked. Thing is, she might have...
You had better be. You failed me, Witcher.
It was Vivian's decision. Got this bard friend, philosopher too, I guess, amateur. He'd say, if you love some...
Do you know what, Geralt? You earned your reward, so take it. But keep your advice to yourself. Adieu.
Oh. He's a witcher.
By my troth, it is the Witcher who saved us from war.
Congratulations on your victory in the tourney.
Hey.
Sir, get out of here.
Spade, for you know neither the day nor the hour.
Such a good deliciousness. Touching deliciousness. Touching deliciousness. Oh!
Never a good omen.
But you look at that, look at my heavy armor and crossbow. Geralt of Rivia. Okay, that will be the end of part 1. In the next one, I plan to conclude the entire story if possible. Thank you very much for following the content in the Blood and Wine expansion. See you soon.